second place, but really with the strength of this field and how many jumpers we still have to come, I'm still predicting that 43.7 is not going to be enough to take out this World Cup.
No, Rob, here we go. It's Adam Sedlmayr on the water, the world overall champion. He took this title in 2011 in Dubna in Russia. What about a 2-hour drive outside Moscow, where we had an absolutely fabulous World Championships. To all of our friends who may be watching in the city of Dubna, greetings to you from Mandura, and we hope to see some Russian visitors here next year. Once you see what's coming out here in the webcast, I think you'll be buying your tickets very, very soon. So here we have him on the water. He's a world overall champion, and to those of you who might not be familiar with the title overall, it's basically, I like to describe it as our triathlon. It is combining slalom tricks and jump, slalom, shortboard and jump. And to get to the level these guys have got at by combining all three, I don't know how you can get the time to do it. Absolutely stunning overall athlete. Here he comes, world overall champion, Adam Sedlmayr, jump number 1.
Okay, pushes hard out, wants to get level with the boat if he can. Starts this approach. A little bit narrow, but still he's going to have plenty of speed. Low and into the bottom of the ramp. And just missed the kick a little bit, I think, Des. He just went back a little bit on his skis, but still, that's only the first of 2. I don't think it's going to be 43.7, but it gives him a good look at the ramp, a good feel for the conditions, and 1 jump still to come for the world overall champion.
Okay, 34.7 is the distance, 34.7. It's a good warmer-upper, 34.7 for Adam Sedlmayr. You can see his GoPro camera there on the top of his helmet. So he'll be taking home lovely images from the air from Mandura.
Well, I think, Des, what's happening, there's when they pull out to the side of the boat, there are a few rollers there. So the guys are tending to, once they stop pushing out to the side, they're getting pulled a little bit narrow, so you need to probably get wider than what you really are comfortable with. Let yourself drift back a little and then start your approach. Now, maybe that Adam can learn from that, because I just thought he got pulled pretty narrow. He didn't have a lot of speed, but then he missed his kick off the ramp as well. He didn't get any extension or lift out of the jump. So he can go down to the start. Of course, being a seasoned campaigner that he is, put all that together and really improve the way he needs to, because he's got to pick up another 10 metres, and I think he can do it.
Lovely scenery around here in Mandura. It's enough to make you buy a ticket and come out here as quickly as you can. And as we look around the beautiful, calm waters, you can see the girls in the water really enjoying themselves. They don't know that they're going global right now, so they're picking up a lot of fans around the world. I would think if their email address was on the screen right now, their inboxes would be flooded within the next 2 minutes. So glad to see the girls enjoy it. It's a lovely way of cooling off here just beside our commentary box. Yes. This is Mandura. This is sunshine. This is nothing but happy times. And here comes Adam Sedlmayr to build on 34.7. His final jump.
Okay, he's really going to have to improve on the first, so let's see if he can do it. Eyes off the ramp. Now he wants to time it to perfection, so he's got to get a lot of speed. Pushing hard on the left ski. And Adam Sedlmayr, this time, he gets the extension off the top. Whether he had the speed to carry him far enough, I'm not sure, but 43.7 is the main number at the moment. And Adam Sedlmayr wishing, hoping, praying that he has jumped further than the 43.7 of Joel Wing. So the Australian still sitting in the lead. And I believe you have a distance, Des, and it may not be far enough.
No, Joel, it's 38.5, 38.5. The struggle is on. Who can adapt best is going to come out on top. And right now with 43.7 metres, well, we saw that amazing athlete, Joel Wing, adjust very well indeed with 43.7. Very close to that. We saw Jimmy Seamers with 43.1. And, of course, we had a 40.5 from that talented youngster, Gavin McMillan from Australia, first off the dock. Well, next on the dock, after Adam Sedlmayr, we have the legend from Australia himself. It is the one and only Ryan Green is next on the water.
Well, of course, born in Geraldton, resides in Perth. So Ryan Green, if anybody's going to be comfortable out on these waters, it should be Ryan. He's a very seasoned campaigner. First represented Australia in the 90s, and he's been in the Australian team ever since. He's the Australian team captain, and so Ryan Green, we look forward to big things from him.
And making his way out to the dock there, we can see Igor Morozov being followed by our camera as Igor, wearing the eagle suit, is joining the lineup to get out on the water. And we wish Igor every success in the coming moments, but this is Australia's superstar, Ryan Green, on the water. 8 times Australian national overall champion.
And the other thing, Des, as we move through the field, the guys have had a chance to look at the other competitors and start to get a feel, even before they get out to on the water themselves, get a feel for the conditions. So I think one of the secrets today is going to be try and get some width, because then you won't have to maybe push so hard to generate the speed you need. As Ryan Green aggressively, straight off the bat, and extends pretty well and floats through the air. Very aerodynamic, Ryan Green, and a great opening jump.
That's a nice opening jump. As you said, calling on all his experience. That's 8 times Australian national overall champion, showing us his talents. Let's hear it. Put your hands together, folks, for Ryan Green. And he comes in with 42.3, second longest opening jump of the day so far. 42.3 on jump number 1 for Australia's own Ryan Green. You know, when our athletes are coming down along the far side there, you can see all the boys and girls with their toes in the water keeping cool. Feel free to clap and wave and shout to our jumpers as they go by. But Ryan Green, he's popped a big 42.3 metres on his opening jump. He's number 6 out of 15. We're almost at the halfway point already, and he's only got 1 jump remaining.
Well, 42.3, as you said, our second longest for the day. Well, Jimmy Seamer's opened with 43.1, but unfortunately wasn't happy with his second approach, so he had to pass. So he did the 43.1 just on 1 jump. So with 42.3, if Ryan can just bring his approach down a little later, generate a bit more speed, get the same lift off the top, got to convert to extra distance, but let's see if he can do it. One jump to come.
Well, Events Corp, as we know, it's a division of Tourism Western Australia. They've taken Western Australia to the world by securing events such as this, major international events, which have an international media following and attract visitors to the state. And that's exactly what's happening right now.
Okay, Ryan Green from Perth, Western Australia. I think he's got it a little bit wider this time, so he should have a little bit more speed. The whipping effect I talk about of that cut and that approach. He's flying into the bottom of the ramp, Ryan Green. Oh, he lost a little bit on the ramp, but not too much, so a good second jump. But, gee, if it's going to be far enough, I'm just not sure. Just trying to estimate what the distance could be, but it's right around that lead mark, but it's going to be very tight when that distance comes through.
Yeah, I think around the same area. He got 42.3 on jump number 1. He gets 42.7, just a little bit more on that last one. 42.7 on that last one. So let me give you the scores now from the top. Gavin McMillan, 40.5. Stephen Moss, 37.8. Joel Wing, 43.7. Jimmy Seamers, 43.1. Adam Settlemire, 38.5. Australia, as we prepare now to go to Santiago in Chile for the big talent of Felipe Miranda.
Yes, well, Des, I think Ryan had the speed on that last jump, but he just minutely lost a bit of form on the ramp. Not much, but just enough to cost him a metre or two. Otherwise, I think we would have had Ryan as the leader, but at the moment slides into third spot.
Okay, I think we're going to Mark somewhere out there, down around the beach area. Mark, are you down there?
I certainly am, guys. And look what I found in the water. Talk about action sports games. I found these little frilly girls just frolicking in the shore break. We have an Irish lady and a Belgian lady. Girls, what's your name?
Shan.
Shan, are you enjoying the action sports game, sweetie?
I am, yes.
By the way, happy St. Pat's Day for yesterday.
Thank you very much.
You're looking very lovely down here in the shore break. The water's beautiful. Hello, sweet. What's your name?
Alexandra,
And you are from?
Belgium.
And what are you finding the best part about the action sports game?
Definitely boarding.
The wakeboarding, you like the man?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Beyonce is one of them, so.
Okay, you want to put a shout out? Who is he?
Michael Calaverts.
All right, well, good luck to Michael. Would you ladies, would you like to say hello to anybody down the line that's watching worldwide?
Yeah, I want to say hi to mommy and daddy, and my brother and sister, not my friends.
And what about yourself, Sweet?
Everyone at home, probably Helen O'Queeve, who's watching David. She'll probably be up. I think it's 2 a.m. at the minute, so.
Thank you very much. Here we go. Check that out. A big boost over there. Back to the boys. Sorry, fellas.
Thank you, Mark. Lovely to see Sean Hurst down there, and I'm sure all the fans back in Ireland will be delighted to see Sean sunbathing here in the glorious sunshine at Mandurah. That was Felipe Miranda. Let's get a distance.
Solid opening approach though by Felipe. So the boys really getting a handle on the conditions here today. So good to see though. They're pretty much always getting over the ramp. They've had a good feel for conditions yesterday. I think conditions at the bottom of the ramp probably just a little better today, and the guys seeming to handle the conditions. And Felipe Miranda banging a pretty decent jump straight off the bat.
Yes, Rob, we got a distance of 40.6 for Felipe Miranda, all the way from Santiago in Chile, where we will hold the World Waterski Championships at the end of next year, September, I do believe. Now, if you've never been to Santiago, time your first visit for September of next year, because the Miranda Ski School happens to be, in my opinion, the most beautiful ski school in the world. Physically, absolutely, stunningly beautiful. Built in the hills, man-made lake just above the city of Santiago. I think Santiago City, it's some population is like 5 million. It's an enormous city, but a beautiful area. Mountains behind. Argentina, of course, just over the hills, the mountains behind you. Fantastic snow skiing in the winter. Everything from icebergs in the south to desert in the north. Absolutely beautiful country. And we hope to be joining the entire Miranda family at their ski school next year for the World Championship. So back in the water now, Rob. Here comes Felipe Miranda on his last attempt.
Okay, so he's got a little bit of work to do because 40.6 and he only has one jump to come, but he's pulling fairly wide, I think, so he's going to get a good approach. Starts that approach, very aggressive jumper is Felipe Miranda. Oh, he's got heaps of speed. Oh, he spread a little. He spread a little coming off the top, Des. That's probably going to cost him some distance, but purely on the speed he had, I think he's got a big chance of moving into the lead. I'll be interested to get that distance.
I agree. I think we got a leader there. Did he get better than 43.7? Do you know what he's got? 43.7. We have a tie for the lead distance right now. 43.7 on his final attempt. It's going to be oh so tight. It's going to get down to tiny, tiny distances between one and the other. So 43.7 tying with Joel Wing. Australia and Chile tying right now. We go from Chile all the way to Russia right now. Igor Morozov, Dr. Igor Morozov. He has a PhD, which he's taking out on the water right now. Very, very smart guy, and let's see what he can do on the jump ramp. Igor Morozov, Moy Tavares, he's down there on the water. He's number 8 out of 15. We're getting close. Closing now, down to the closing stages, to all our friends back in Russia, and especially in Dubna, where we've had so many wonderful experiences both at World Cup and World Championships. To all of our friends down there, greetings from beautiful Mandurah here in Western Australia.
Well, Des, I think it's Felipe Miranda could have every right to be a little bit disappointed there. He had so much speed going to the ramp and just couldn't quite convert it. Just kind of missed his kick just a little bit. Probably cost him 2 or 3 metres. And so that approach into the bottom could have been a 45 or a 46, but unfortunately has to be content with 43.7. Although it's a tie of the lead, he dearly would have loved to have moved into the lead.
Well, we're at the halfway point. We're at the halfway point already. We're looking through the VIP Mastercraft floating boat here beside us, and out the back the Mastercraft pulling Igor Morozov from Russia in on jump number 1. Rob, he's a very aggressive jumper. Let's see what happens.
Yes, he's taking an aggressive approach here, so he pushes out to the side, fairly wide, just drifts in for the start. Wants to time it to perfection. Let's see what he can do. Igor Morozov, he cuts in pretty hard, but he was just on his heels. Well, actually, Des, once he came off the second side of the wake, I thought he was just a little on his heels and he couldn't get back forward. Consequently, you saw him sort of bank out and sort of sit back off the top of the ramp. So plenty of speed, but I don't think it's going to be the 43.7. But he can go to work on that one for the second and try and move himself a little further, because I think nonetheless 41.6, I believe. 41.6, so still a very solid opening jump. So if he can just adjust his form a little, he definitely can sail over 43.7, but it's all to do because he's only got one left.
Absolutely, Rob. One of the longer distances so far. 41.6 on the board. We're at the halfway point right now as we get closer and closer to knowing who the champion is going to be. Who's going to take the first Mandurah gold medal in this World Cup stop at the Ayers Water Skiing Wakeboard World Cup event here in Mandurah. Well, we can just see Igor Morozov now dropping behind the Mastercraft out there in the water. He's got 41.6 under his belt. He'll be turning around now to come back for his final attempt. Well, we can see all of our athletes and fans really enjoying the gorgeous sunshine here, keeping the sunglasses on, making sure you've got the Factor 30 Plus coated all over you. You can get badly burned here if you're coming from the Northern Hemisphere in the middle of winter and your skin is not used to this level of radiation, so do keep the suntan lotion on and enjoy every moment. What a magnificent place to come on a vacation. Put the City Mandurah on your wish list, because make it combine with the Ayers Action Sports Games. We'll be here for the next 4 years, and we hope to see you here next year. So back in the water, it is Igor Morozov from Russia on jump number 2, his final attempt. Rob, over to you.
Okay, once again getting aggressive, trying to pull out as wide as he can. Okay, just drifts in, starts to edge in strongly. Oh, and Igor goes out the front. That's a nice. Well, Des, we were saying it's an extreme sport, and that unfortunately is what we occasionally see in men's jump. I hope he's okay.
So rescue is, if you... Let's make sure rescue's over there, making sure he's okay. Yes, rescue on the way. Always we get there as quickly as we can, just to make sure the athlete is okay. What happens sometimes is the athlete puts his hand up in the air to say he's okay. It's a kind of a natural reaction. But we're just watching the close-up now. Igor Morozov, hoping that he's okay.
That's right, Des. Well, I've actually seen skiers, and you probably have. You're alluding to the same thing. They put their arm up to say they're okay, but basically they're conscious and they put up their arm thinking they're okay, but in fact at times they're not. So the safety crew, just really has to check out Igor and make sure he's okay, because that was a nasty crash.
Yeah, just spread a little as he came off the top. Hopefully he's okay. Our jumpers, it's part of the sport. Just having the odd crash like that, and we're just keeping an eye here now to make sure Igor is okay. Just getting him on board. Excellent rescue coverage here. These guys looking after rescue, they're well used to doing surfing, so they can get to the athletes very, very quickly indeed. Clementine Lucene. Clem, if you're within earshot, we have a request for you to come to the media office. Clem, if you would please. The media office is right beside our commentary tower here. A sign on the board. But we see Igor Morozov getting up there on the back of the rescue boat. Igor, I don't know if you can hear us. Are you okay over there? Yes, well done, Igor. Thank you. We're so happy that nothing's broken, and it's like jumping off the second or third floor of a building when you hit the water at that speed, but luckily Igor looks fine out there. So folks over on that side as Igor comes ashore, let's put our hands together. A brave, brave athlete coming here to for the fun and enjoyment and bring the thrills of water ski jumping to Mandurah for the first time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, just showing our appreciation of these brave athletes.
And great work by the safety crew, Des, because you noticed that they all got in the water with Igor to make sure he was okay before they moved him. Then they moved him on to the stretcher. So smart thinking.